Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas and I'm delighted to be welcoming Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh for this special this week. Namaste, Dr.
Namaskar, namaskar.
So, Dr. as we look back, there are some events that are cause of concern, and I'll begin with the one that has bothered, or rather is shocking. Another shooting in Buffalo. Based on the news that we have been privy to understand the mindset of this boy, what was your response when you heard about it?
I think it's completely unacceptable. We all should condone that kind of violence, and I think government seriously at federal level do something to stop to have this kind of gun and automatic rifle in hand of the teenagers or even young boys and girls, because this is a very dangerous thing. The more strict regulations and rules has to be implemented. I know that it's a political hot potato that because of the Second Amendment, and so many people believe that they have right to bear the arm. But you don't have a right to disturb the society and kill innocent people just to protect your right to bear the arm. And I think something has to be done. I mean, this happens every time. We talk about it, we cry about it, we blame each other about it, but government is not doing anything. Both parties, Democratic Party and Republican Party, and they should get together and do something good for the country.
Absolutely. And as our channel is also having a conversation about proactive response to this trigger of violence, and in that context, while gun control is an important issue, mind control is also important. How your mind acts, you in today's world are often sharing through your social media postings, and that this 20-year-old killer was also doing, but that went unnoticed. So how do you feel we can work collectively towards preventing the escalation of such thoughts in anybody?
Well, I think the real issue is not only gun control or mind control, but real issue is parenting control. The parent has to be responsible for their not able to give parenting to the children, their own children, not watching them, not supervising them, and they can take a father's gun or grandfather's gun from the house and go to the shopping mall and start shooting. I think that's all unacceptable, particularly in the civilized society like USA. So I think it should not be there. Of course, gun control, first of all, easy to do is a gun control.
Correct.
Second one is easy to do is parenting, and because that's in our control or parents' control. And third thing is, of course, mind control. I mean, there are some sick people, sick persons, whose mind is not normal, and their thinking is not normal. Those people needs a lot of psychiatric and psychology counseling. But that's hard to, in a sense that it's hard to identify those children. It's hard to give them counseling like for psychiatric or psychology counseling. And they all are on the different medication. Some are on different medication. But all the killer, if you look at the history, they are not mentally deranged. They are kind of socially deranged, and they can be preventable.
Absolutely, you're right. So this boy also prepared in advance, and he meticulously shared the detail of his plan also. And in one of his posting, he says, in spite of having mentioned all this, FBI is not after me. They want probably to let this happen. Now, looking at the relationship between races, and there was a racial overtone in his mind as per his posting. So, in order to improve race relationship, anything in addition to what is already being done that you can think of?
See, race relation, only thing one can do is education. Education. You have to educate the children right from the elementary school. Teach them that all kids are equal. The white or brown or black, everything, the color doesn't matter, and one should should not think about that. So from the school education, education of the parents, as well as the education of the society at large has to be done. There is no other shortcut, or there is no other options. So unless you educate, this kind of hate, racial bias will remain. The same thing is in other countries too. So I mean, that's what we even had in India, that we hate certain religious, certain caste and creed, and certain the way they do their profession. So all those things has to stop, and only way to stop is to teach them right from the school, educate them, and create the mindset where they can understand that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, everyone is one, and there is no difference between whether you are black or white or brown, or you are what God you worship. Everybody is the same.
Yeah. So ultimately, it is the sense of oneness, and as you mentioned about education, I'm reminded of what we unfortunately have seen happen in a school in Texas, where an Indian boy was assaulted, and there again it is the race relationship against brown that came into play. The boy was chokehold by this white boy who asked him to leave the bench on which he was sitting, and while he refused, he was attacked. So it was an assault which was also captured on video. But the way school authorities gave punishment to both boys also results into a sense of discomfort. So whether it is a school system or legal system, people should have assurance and confidence that they will be fairly treated. Do you see anything lacking in that direction?
Yes, of course, because the whole education is not complete. It's very kind of spotty and kind of random. So it has to start from the school, because school-going children are most kind of able to educate them. You can able to kind of convince them easily, and you can able to kind of modulate their mind according right way. And once you start from there, then I think eventually all this race relation gets better.
So now moving towards India and looking at one positive news and then another news which is likely to result into some heated emotional flow in India. But looking at the positive side, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing at TRAI, talked about the vision that every village would be connected by optical fiber. He also mentioned that this availability of 5G would result into better governance and ease of doing business and ease of living. So talk to me about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's relationship with technology and Indian government and Indian system willing to adopt technology for growth.
Well, I mean, we all know that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very proactive, very visionary, has a lot of good ideas for the country. And what he is talking right now is to install the 5G in all the villages, connect the villages with the IT and optic fibers and so forth. By doing that, I mean, he wants villages to be kind of become a part of the large cities and large town. And also they can do all the banking, they can do any applications, any job search, renewal of the passport or renewal of the some licenses, can be done online, and so you don't have to come to all the way from village to the city in order to get it done. And this is a great idea, and that makes India brings the India into the 21st century completely.
Absolutely. And now let's go to Varanasi. It was in news recently with the renovation of the Kashi Vishwanath temple, and adjoining the temple is a Gyanvapi Masjid. On the order of court, the survey is being conducted, and there are reports that they found one huge shivling in that masjid, and there are directions given by Supreme Court overruling the trial judge's verdict about restricting the entry of number of people going to offer their namaz. So talk to me about this new development.
Well, I think I heard about this story, and I was in the impression that Supreme Court or High Court is going to do some judgment today. I'm not sure whether the judgment came out from the High Court today, because I can see that it is going to be very kind of disputed, very emotional subject, and so now High Court has to decide how to approach that, and just to but High Court should make sure, and I'm sure they will do in their wisdom, to keep the harmony in the society, because this kind of thing can trigger a huge violence, and unnecessary innocent people can get killed.
So now it is, as a common citizen, if people are law-abiding citizens, then they respect the verdict of the court. But many times we have seen it has happened again and again that people, when it is not in their favor, react in a violent fashion. And in order to prevent that, not just this reference, is there anything in addition to what way the law and order machinery is functioning? That education part, I think, is important in this day.
Yes, education part is important, and the government of the day, any state government should have a very strict law and order. They should not take kind of side of any party. They should make sure that they arrest and they prosecute anyone. Doesn't matter which party, which group he belongs to. If he is making any or he or she is inciting any violence or any hate crime or hate speech, then it should be arrested and prosecuted. Unless you do that, everybody will have free ride all sides, and that creates a really very disturbance in the society, and that gives a very wrong impression to the next generation, and they will carry on again this wrong thing what current generation is carrying out.
Absolutely. And Dr. as we move towards the concluding part of our this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, today I take this opportunity of being the first for our viewers to share and congratulate you. An important organization focused on people from press is going to recognize Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh with Lifetime Achievement Award. And I think your presence in our Indian American community as well as for the press has been a source of strength, support, and your consistent enthusiasm as wherever you interact and inspire people is worth applauding. So I take this liberty of congratulating you in advance, and I would like to request you to share how do you feel and what is it that you would say is the source of inspiration for you.
Well, it's a great honor. I'm very lucky, humble, and privileged to have this kind of honor from my peers. Press Club of Indian American Press Club they are my peers in a way. So in my life I got recognized by Padma Shri from the Government of India, Pravasi Bharati Samman from Government of India, Ellis Island Medal of Honor, as well as I knighted by King of Malta for my philanthropic work. So all those big awards is very important, but more important than those awards are today's award, which is Lifetime Achievement Award, or recognized by given by Indian American Press Club of USA. Because when your peers recognize you and honor you genuinely, it means that you have done something. And this media is, as you know, it's my philanthropic activity. This is not my daytime job. I'm a medical doctor with a very successful asthma, allergy and immunology practices in the tri-state area. But when I turned 60, all the wise gurus and wise people or friends, they advised me to do something so you can connect second generation to first generation and second generation to Mother India. And that's why I put my own resources, own money, without anyone's help, to make this media a number one media now in North America. So I think it's my passion, and I feel always good, because when you give it to when you give something to somebody, the person who receives it always happy. You feel happy because you have given, or you made some difference in that person's life, and even people who are watching it, or they get inspired and they are happy. So I think it's all win-win situation when you do something for community, for your next generation, and for your country, and for your Mother India.
So on that happy note, time as we wind up, your parting words for our viewers.
Well, dear friends, I think now we are in endemic as far as COVID is concerned. But unfortunately, for last couple of weeks, the incidence of the COVID cases are surging both in New York and New Jersey. Even New Jersey governor has declared that one must wear the mask when they are indoor and they are in the crowded situation. So be careful, be safe, get vaccinated. And for society at large, I think we all should educate our children, our young fellow Indian American, and make sure they understand that we all are equal. We are any race, color, or creed, or religion doesn't make any difference. So be together and help each other, and that's the way world should be. So again, God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American, and we'll see you next time. Till then, goodbye.